ThaBoxingvoice.com live here with Coach Bullet. What's up, champ?
Y'all know what to do, baby. Murder, 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 kill, kill, kill.
Well, speaking of murder, we're going to jump right into it. Earl seems to think that your star fighter is a tune-up for the recently prospect. Now, I would guess you got to call Michelle Rivera a contender. Excuse me. You got to call Frank Martin a contender after his win over Michelle Rivera.
Yeah.
What do you think of Earl Spence, the promoter, calling Rollie a tune-up for a guy like Frank Martin?
Well, that's good promotion. Call him a tune-up. That's good. We'll knock Frank Martin ass out. You know what I'm saying? They don't understand that when you get touched, hit by Rollie, you're like getting hit by super middleweight at the 135 division. Frank is very sharp. He looked real good versus Michelle Rivera, but he landed 120-some headshots and didn't drop them. That's very suspect. So if you think he can stand there with Rollie, put your money where your mouth is.
Now, Rollie hasn't fought since that Gervonta Tank Davis fight. When would you like to see him get out? And is Frank the type of guy you want him fighting off of a knockout loss?
Definitely. I'd rather fight Frank Martin than Frank Puello that we fight for the 140 world title. You know what I'm saying? Because Frank is not a threat to us. Everybody that looks good versus certain styles, let me tell you something. Styles make fights in pro boxing. I don't care about what you do, how sharp you look against somebody else. That's that person. You ain't been in the ring against Rollie, you can't tell me something about Rollie.
As a coach, were you frustrated watching that fight? Like, cause I'm not no coach, but fucking Michelle just kept walking into Frank's hand. He never circled the opposite way from the power hand. I'm talking about the whole fight.
Yeah, he had a really dumb game plan. Let's just make it very simple. A stupid game plan. You know, you got a guy that get hit by left hooks all day, and you're not throwing enough left hooks. Michelle Rivera looked like maybe he had a weight cut issue, or he didn't look like his old self when he fought Memphis back in the day, or the last guy he fought. So to me, you fight two different people. Like I said, fight night is always a different night than when you've done before in your life. You can only be judging your last fight. So saying that, I just felt like Frank Martin had a great night, great showing, because Michelle didn't show up.
So when would you want Rollie back in the ring?
Well, we're scheduled for, I think, around March. So that's good. I just don't like the long layoffs. The long layoffs gives you ring rust, and you gotta stay in the atmosphere. Fighters gotta stay fighting.
Are you manager, trainer, or just trainer?
I'm trainer.
Okay.
Louis Cuba Jr. is Rollie's manager.
Oh, wow, okay.
One of the best managers in the game.
For sure. So, April, March, does it matter to you, or would you be willing to extend that extra 30 days so you guys could get on a Earl Spence undercard? He did announce he's back in April. Frank Martin is his fighter. If you guys are willing to accept, that's an easy co-main event.
Well,
or you think Rollie's main event moving forward?
Well, that would be great to be on that, but we are already in negotiations, and that's really out of my pay grade, so I really don't have to discuss who Rollie's fighting and when he's fighting. That's between his manager. Of course, I'm a part of it. Decision, but still ain't yet. They already have something going with Puello, so we're gonna do that. We're gonna do that first.
So you are taking the Puello fight?
Yeah, of course, because it's a bigger, tougher fight. And like you guys know how I am and our team is, we don't back down from nothing. You know what I'm saying? We fought Gervonta Davis. We didn't back down from him. We backed down from nobody.
How did you guys get Rollie in that situation? The WBA mandated Gary Antoine Russell. Why is Russell not fighting Puello and instead Rollie?
Actually, I don't know. You know, a lot of these guys don't sell, though. You know, if people understand one part about boxing is you got to have the skills and the talent, but you also got to be able to sell. See, the problem with Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford is Earl Spence can sell, Terrence Crawford can't, or he hasn't. You know, he needs to be more marketable, more personable. He's a hell of a fighter, great fighter, top my hat off to him, but when it comes time to selling, it's like Andre Ward was a great fighter, but not as popular like a Floyd or something. You understand what I'm saying? And it's because of your ability to sell. It is a business at the end of the day.
So how does that fight play out in your mind? I've seen Puello box, and I'm sure you've seen him spar here, because he sparred Daniel Yelanusanov a lot when he was out of the IBO welterweight champ. And he's a big 140. He didn't look his best his last fight, and I know, and people in boxing, you know, what have you done for me lately, but what's your thoughts on him?
His fight, my thought on Puello is, he's a very technical fighter. He's very experienced. He got a barrage of punches. I just feel like he doesn't have the punching power to keep Rollie off of him. And I don't feel like his his punch selection is something that we have to really worry about. He has a good straight left. I've been studying from the time I heard his name. He has a good straight left, but his experience is the only thing that he has. Well, not the only, sorry, is the most important thing he has on the side.
And to be clear, Rollie's still with Mayweather.
Yes.
Wow, that's amazing. So he's getting a title shot after a title shot.
Well, Rollie is PBC. You know what I'm saying? Still being promoted by Mayweather, whichever paperwork they have going on. You know, I'm going to be real honest with you, and everybody in the world always asks me certain things. I'll say it like this. If it's not in my pay grade, I really don't know. I stick to slipping, jab, jab, slip, slip, roll, roll, getting the fighter strong, getting the fighter ready to fight, and to win. I mean, everything else, I kind of don't like to pick who we fight. I think we can fight anybody.
What up, YouTube family? Don't forget to hit that like button. Subscribe to the YouTube channel. Help us get to that 1 million subscribers. We're on the road to 1 million. And obviously, we have other great content on our Patreon channel. So since this video is over, head on over to our Patreon and check out all the exclusive content or right here on our YouTube members.